Hey there, I'm Jen, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Street and Steel Runaway waterproof women's riding boots. Now this boot is the next evolution of the heritage boot we've seen previously, and there's a lot more going on in this boot than that former boot. I really like that it has a little bit more of a custom tailored fit to it. It has a lot of features for easy on and off and comfort on the ride, and it has that waterproof capability that we just talked about in the title. Now, as you can see, this is an all black incognito boot. It's gonna really appeal to V-twin riders out there. Also, if you're on a cafe racer, this might be your jam as well. Now, this boot does price in around $130, so it's gonna ship to you for free. And as always, our price match policy is in place to guarantee you the lowest price available. Now, some notes when it comes to sizing. I'm normally a size US 7. I tried on the 7 of this boot and it's pretty spot on. So our recommendation is order the size you would normally wear. All right, so let's dive into the features of the Runaway boot. I'm gonna take you into the front view, and there's already something interesting happening up here at the top of the boot. As you can see, you have the metal eyelets with this traditional lace-up coming up, but there's also these metal hooks on either side. This is a really neat aesthetic feature. You know, it calls back to old combat style boots, and it's pretty unique to find a boot that's gonna have 2-in-1. It's not too often they're gonna give you an eyelet choice or a hook choice, so it's kind of up to you how you wanna lace this puppy up. Now, coming into the toe box area is a reinforced toe. In the toe cap area, it gets to just a little bit more bendy here as we go back into the upper, so just bear that in mind as you're looking at this boot. And as I spin her around to the outside view, I want to point out that the main construction material of these boots is a 2mm cowhide, so a nice sturdy cowhide there. And it has like about a 9-inch height to it, so you're gonna have full coverage over the ankle. And in the ankle area, as we're talking about that, there is some ankle cups here, some TPU cups for reinforcement, a little extra protection as well. Now, coming down into the sole area, this is a nice upgrade from the previous heritage boot. You're gonna see what we call a Goodyear welt, and it's like that little bead of extra rubber on this thermal rubber molded sole there. That's good for durability, and it just gives a cleaner look to the boot overall. Now, when it comes to the flex scale on this sole, we give it about an 8 out of 10. You can see here I'm cranking on it. It's not doing a lot of flex and give. So it's a little bit of a stiff boot. It's gonna take some time to break in, so just be aware of that when you're picking this one up. And I'm gonna give you a view of the bottom here. So you can see it has that traditional lugging that we see that's common for a combat style, biker style boot. And as I press here on the sole, not a lot of flex and give there, so it's good for crush protection, but again, it's gonna be a little stiff out of the box. Now, moving on to the back side of the boot, you're gonna have your typical pull tab, and you have a reinforced heel cup. You can see I'm pressing there. Not a lot of flex and give, so good protection. I would say the only thing about this boot is just a little stiff out of the box. It's gonna take some breaking in, so just bear that in mind. Now, coming onto the inside of the boot, this is one of my favorite features, is the zipper on the inside. I really like a boot that's easy to get in and out of. So for the Runaway boot, you could just unzip and you can get in here pretty fast. And depending on if you're using the hooks or the eyelets too, you can really speed up that process of on and off. As we look at the inside of the boot, just want to show off that gaiter there, so you see that some of that waterproofing capability we talked about earlier. Nice full coverage here in that zipper area. That's pretty vulnerable. When it comes to the liner on the rest of the boot, it comes right up here to about the metal hooks. So just be aware of that. If you're trying to get a true waterproof fit out of this boot, make sure you're layering with your pant over that to get that nice seal. But yeah, that's it. That's gonna do it for the Street and Steel Runaway waterproof women's riding boot. Again, this is a nice upgrade from the heritage. I like the more tailored fit of it. Has a lot more features for you to pick and choose from with the metal hook versus the eyelet, and it has that waterproofing capability. Now, if you have more questions about the Runaway boot, go ahead and hit the info button on your desktop or mobile device. It's gonna redirect you to the product page where you can see more product features and read some reviews from riders like yourself. And if you have even more questions, go ahead and give our customer service a call. They're gonna be happy to help you find a riding boot that best suits your needs. All right, well, thanks for hanging out as we take a closer look at the Street and Steel Runaway waterproof women's boot. I'm Jen, keep it on 2.